And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Paul George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Lowry. Then there's Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. George double teamed. This one for three. A three-pointer is right on target.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Outside Leonard. Bogdanovich against Lowry. Leonard dishes to Harden. Pocket six. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden's so much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
All the talk is about Harden scoring, but I tell you what, he can dish that rock too.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, look, here's what the Clippers head coach had to say earlier. Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan. We'll see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Leonard against George. Great D that time from Leonard.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Defense has problems with Harden inside. He can make those close shots appear easy.
Now, here's Lowry. Nobody near George. That doesn't go either for George.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Harden draws the double. Right side, Bogdanovich. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The 76ers lead it. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. The 76ers again can't hit it.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the three from Bogdanovich. Embiid wide open. And that time, also a missed shot. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Jones with the screen on Lowry. Harden kicks to Bogdanovich. From downtown, they get it back. Leonard on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jones with it. Now defended by Embiid. Leonard the pass to Harden. Pass to Grimes. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Clippers in the lead. Beyond the arc. And James Harden with the three. Harden's got 7.
That's really just the confidence Harden has in himself. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he catches it.
And George, here we go. Left side, Jones. Off target from outside. The 76ers trail by 5. George looking around. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Clippers.
Now here's Harden. Unloads from 13. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Drew Eubanks out there with Simmons. Then there's Powell. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Coffee in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Creating off the dribble, reading the defense. I mean, guys, this time Dunn decides to pull up.
Oubre sets the screen for Maxey. From the arc. Powell pulls it in. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And Coffee gets it to go.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey quick on the drive.
We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence. Every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And that one's good. Drummond.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
Here's Powell driving to the basket. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says, these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks he is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand.
Boy, Dunn is fantastic at moving the ball around, finding teammates with ease.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Dunn outside. Pass to Coffee. Here's Powell. Eubanks with it. Off target with his 3. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And the shot goes in.
Maxey, an exciting player to watch, so unpredictably hard to guard.
Here's Eubanks. He takes it in. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 4th assist in this one. Edwards kicks to Maxey. Edwards a screen on Dunn. And that one's good. Maxey.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he's stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
LA's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Foul. That's good. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Maxey passes to Oubre. And it's good. 2 points.
Crafty and cash it in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And the dunk by Powell.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another. Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
The interior game of Simmons is rock solid. When he gets a matchup he likes, he knows exactly how to exploit it.
Maxey against Dunn. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, the lob for Dan. It is good. The buzzer. Wow.
And how about the use of...
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
With the score, your Clippers 40, the 76ers 35. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Yabusele out there with Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Clark, we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid.
Leonard, no luck. The 76ers trail by 5. It's George on the wing. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, I'm puzzled, baffled, confused. How does such an elite finisher not throw that one down? Scratching my head, shaking it too.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Nobody near Leonard. Hits it from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Got that one up quick. George has got 12.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Harden outside. It's stolen by Lowry.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Outside, George. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
How about George going to the floater, showing he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Way to go, PG.
Harden's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lowry, good.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Right side, Jones. Takes it out to Leonard. From outside the arc. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Oubre sets the screen for Maxey. Driving in, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Maxey's got 18 points.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
I think that Andre Drummond is a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Powell kicks to Simmons. Rebound, Andre Drummond.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. Goes up and Dunn with the slam.
Boy, if you don't stick Dunn, he'll burn you and bad. Great quickness down the floor.
Oubre, a screen on Powell. Maxey in the corner. They get a hand on it. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's Eubanks. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Ooh, that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Simmons. Norman Powell is out there with Chris Dunn. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffey in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Here's Simmons. Back to Eubanks. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail by 5. Maxey passes to Gordon. Back to Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's tipped. And they get it back. Jacks up a 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Over to the wing. Here's Dunn. No good on the triple. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Offensive rebound, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Once Drummond gets the ball there, you can kiss it goodbye.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
Substitution on the court.
Harden outside. Pass to Zubats. Wide open. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
Shot by Grimes, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And here's Leonard from three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Grimes passes to Oubre. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You've also got to commend them for how they've attacked the basket. They've been aggressive. They've not settled and have consistently gone at the rim.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And here we go. Finishing with force.
Shook that building all the way up. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick. How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments, loves stepping up at crucial times.
And the rejection by Harden. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Joel Embiid. Harden kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Harden. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
At the line for your Clippers, James Harden, taking 2 shots.
And this is the
There will be 2 minutes to review the last play.
original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
The scoring ability Harden brings is unique and next level.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
That evens the score. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And with it, George picks him up. A 3 from Leonard. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Showing no hesitation in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Here's George. Stolen by Harden. Bogdanovich passes to Harden. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Harden sets the pick for Leonard. Here's Harden on the wing. And there's the drive. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Here's George. Oubre outside. Six to shoot. Embiid from outside. That one misses.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
First personal foul.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
And George kicks to Oubre. Embiid with a screen on Leonard. Here's Oubre, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
And both free throws good for Oubre. Leonard looking over the floor. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
George with the screen on Harden. Pass to George, and stolen by Leonard. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was. Thank you for that, David.
take a look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. Here's Allen. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Zubats. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Fantastic look, but that's a bit redundant for James Harden.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, B.A.
Thanks for that, Allie. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
LA basketball.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. For 3. Okoro, the defensive effort. And it's Cleveland's ball. It's a 5-point game. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
Hunter passes to Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Oh, my goodness, a little force from Donovan Mitchell off his feet in a hurry.
Knocked away. Okoro with the ball. Harden picks him up. 3 on 3 from deep Mobley. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves no doubt.
For Cleveland, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And stolen by Simmons. Leonard for 3. Hunter with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
The 3 from Okoro. He drops it from range. And that'll tie this game up.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Bogdanovich has got 6.
And this is why Bogdanovich is a vital cog in this offense. It's his ability to stretch the floor like that. How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. So it's Los Angeles now. After the basket by Cleveland. Here's Leonard. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want. Oh boy, you love to see that kind of burst from Kawhi Leonard. What a finish.
Allen with a screen on Leonard. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. It's stolen by Leonard. And pushing it up is Los Angeles. The Clippers again in transition.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court he makes a lot of noise.
And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Bogdanovich against Mitchell. Bogdanovich passes to Leonard. Back to Bogdanovich. Oh, deflected. The kick out to Simmons. 5 to shoot. Leonard for 3. Leonard can't get that one to fall. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Out to the right wing. From the arc. Mobley, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Harden. Fires the 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Mitchell. Back to Mobley. Over Simmons. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And a double-digit lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
They've got Derek Jones. Chris Dunn is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Drew Eubanks. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Outside Strus. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
A great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
5 on the clock. Garland for 3. Drains the triple. Garland's got 5 points.
How about the range on that shot? We see you, Darius Garland. Stop showing off.
Here's Coffey. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Live from LA, Amir Coffey, taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
It was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good. And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
BA, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization.
Now here's Garland. 5 points in the game. Wade misses.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
The drive by Powell. Yep, that one goes.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
Right side Garland. And the shot goes in. Garland's got 7 points for the quarter.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Eubanks. Off target from outside. And it's Green with the ball for the Cavaliers. They trail by 7. Here's Garland. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Of course, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a three-level scorer. Knocks down the three with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. Here's Eubanks. That three's off the mark. Cavaliers trail by 7. It's stolen by Dunn. He's got a clear path. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Dunn's got 5 now. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Pass to Eubanks. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Wade. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. There's a minute 47 left in the half. Garland, the pass to Green. Back to Garland. Pass to Strus. Outside Garland. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Strus's shot is off.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Coffey. Green covering. Outside Jones. 3-pointer. That one doesn't drop. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And a deep 3 from Strus. They get the rebound. Outside, Green. Thompson with a screen. No good from outside. The Clippers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Coffey, the pass to Dunn. Back to Coffey. Here's Jones, and he jams it home with authority.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Garland.
And Garland does a little bit of everything. A versatile guard with a bright, bright future.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Out to the right wing. Here's Eubanks. Drills it from deep. He's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Here's Garland. Got it.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, appreciated, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by Darius Garland.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the 3. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Wide open look. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 here already in the game. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. 7-point differential. The 3 from Okoro. He buries it from 3. Okoro's got 6.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Cleveland has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Mobley, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Over Okoro. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Two of 5 in this third quarter. Outside Hunter. To the paint. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, stop showing off, Evan. Mobley, go get it.
Bogdanovich on the wing. Inside. Hunter against Leonard. Pass to Simmons. Simmons with a screen on Allen. Zubac. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now here's Mobley. This one for 3. That doesn't go either for Mobley.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Up top, Zubac. Outside for Harden. Leonard for 3. Leonard, a threat from deep. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, BA, I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Clippers lead by 7.
2 minutes from
Bogdanovich passes to Harden. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Well, this is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability.
Here are the Clippers. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Hunter's got 4 rebounds now. Okoro outside. Back to Mitchell. 1:24 left in the third quarter. Knocks it down from distance.
He will be unguardable if he starts making shots consistently from this distance. Turn the lights out.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, There are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
Kawhi Leonard right now is cooking, folks. This guy has got a rhythm, and you better watch out.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Mobley against Simmons. Mobley, no good.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Nails it from 3. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
This speaks to the level of confidence Bogdanovich possesses, looking to shoot immediately off the catch.
Allen a screen. His first shot coming late, and that one drops.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
The Clippers lead by 8. Harden scanning the floor. Outside Bogdanovich. That's tipped. Leonard right side. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And so it's Los Angeles up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Well, when you win the back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Amir Coffey out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Chris Dunn. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Eubanks in at the 5, down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Thompson, that's good.
And this guy, Tristan Thompson, understands how to score in the paint. Such nice touch right there.
Pass to Coffey. It's stolen by Garland. And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. Banked it in off the glass.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and when they desperately needed it too.
Coffey on the wing. Back to Eubanks. Here's Coffey. Jones with a screen on Green. Here's Coffey. Back to Eubanks. Fires from deep. The rebound by Garland.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
In transition, here come the Clippers. Done with it. He's picked up by Garland. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Clippers lead by 7. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Boy, that's a single-minded play from Tristan Thompson. Knows the defense is ready for him, but takes the contact and doesn't let it affect his finish.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Harden, the pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Pass to Okoro. Outside for Mitchell. Offline with a 3. The Clippers lead by 10. Bogdanovich from long range. Leonard passes to Harden. Outside Bogdanovich. Harden with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. Now here's Simmons. Guarded closely. Pure from 3-point range. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Mobley on a screen. The three from Okoro. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Simmons, the pass to Bogdanovic. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
Now Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
And he's going for the oop here. And it's Simmons with the jam.
That's where you get the ball to Ben Simmons. Right at the rim. He's got size and athleticism. Look out.
Mobley, no good.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Clippers.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And what a huge performance it was for James Harden.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Here he goes. There's the steal. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Pass to Zubac. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. This one was a thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
The stop.
And these teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward.
And holding nothing back there, George gives the dunk his all.
Mobley a screen on George. Mobley misses. Lowry against Mitchell. Outside for George. And stolen by Mobley. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc.
This is something that Mobley is still developing, but nice to see him take a confident shot from the arc.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. In front of mine tonight, Jared Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jared is an incredible rim protector, and when he's on the floor, he'll avoid driving the paint. Jared Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thank you, David. And so here's Cleveland. 76ers getting the bucket. Mobley, left side. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Okoro. Here's Allen. And Allen with the slam.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
And it's George missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the dunk by Embiid.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Here's Mobley. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Lowry. Mitchell sets the screen for Hunter. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hunter against George. To the right side. Embiid from outside. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Embiid's got 5 points so far. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Now look, Mitchell has that rare combination of lightning and thunder. Like, he will blow by you quick, fast, and he will finish over your big.
Now here is George. A three-pointer, no good. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Mitchell finds Okoro. And here is Allen. Mitchell outside. Lets it go from the wing. And it falls over the rim and in.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
George. Mobley with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The 76ers trail by 5. Over to the left wing. Embiid wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Embiid's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Philadelphia. Mitchell kicks to Okoro. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. And Mobley the bucket on the assist from Okoro. He has 7.
This is Mobley's zone. He's got all the size he needs to dominate this paint.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Embiid. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
"17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hunter the pass to Mobley. With the shot. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And a deep three from George. And that one released in time, but no good. Evan Mobley getting it done for Cleveland. Between... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Cavaliers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
We've got Tyrese Maxey, Yabusele out there with Oubre. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Gordon in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Now, here's Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Yabusele. Good D by Wade. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since he retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And so here is Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game. Oubre outside. Drummond sets the screen for Oubre. Maxey looking it over. Sinks the triple. Maxey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
So locked in from range. Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Driving the lane. No good from Yabusele. Knocks it loose. Outside Gordon. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And here are the Cavaliers. A finish, and Thompson throws it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
You can tell how comfortable Drummond is down there. Excels at using that size in close to the basket.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. You have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and you have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Garland attacking. Shakes him. Pass to Thompson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Sixers ball.
76ers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork, he's got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation. I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And here's Gordon from outside. Kicks it out to Maxey. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got the lead up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
Wade, a screen on Maxey. Garland finds Thompson. And they get it. And Garland puts it in. Garland's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Oubre outside. Drummond sets the screen for Oubre. Offline with his 3.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Garland against Gordon. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded closely. Green, no luck.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there. Excellent outlet pass, helping to make transition opportunities like this easier.
Garland attacking. Basket counts.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Oubre for 3. And it's Strus with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside, Green. Back to Strus. Launches it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
On the wing, Gordon. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And stolen by Maxey. Right wing. Drummond finds Oubre. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half of the game. They get it back. Oubre outside. Traps in the tray. Oubre's got 6. Garland looking it over.
There will be a 2-minute review.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The Cavaliers, 32.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
On the court for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
Here's George. Makes it off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 2.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. What imagines that might be discussed at halftime? That's going to be on the film.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And the basket by Lowry.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
First team foul.
On defense, the Cavaliers. George passes to Embiid. And stolen by Mobley. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
In the open floor, very few people can stay with Mitchell.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Grimes. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Now, here's Okoro. Now recovering. To the middle. Here's Bona. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Mitchell passes to Allen. Down low. And George with the stuff.
And a little verticality there from George, not to mention the timing between those two on the alley-oop.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
All the officials are all over that.
The Cavaliers have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Dean Wade comes in for Mobley. Max Strus is checked in for Hunter. And it's Garland in for Mitchell.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And Cleveland also making a change. Green, he's checked in for Okoro. Oh, offensive interference. Philadelphia leading by 7. Maxey into the lane. And slam dunk by Maxey.
What you love about Max is he plays with so much energy, it's hard to keep up.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Second team foul.
Oubre, a screen on Green. Strus against Oubre.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
76ers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Drummond sets the screen for Oubre. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 11. Bucket is good.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Here's Maxey. Nailed from three-point land. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Always quick to strike. Maxey just stops and pops, pulls the trigger.
There's Green with the three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Maxey. Another three for Philadelphia.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire. Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Off target from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 15, and now it's Green running. He can go all the way.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Oubre, good. 10 points for Kelly Oubre.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Drains the three-pointer.
For three.
Philadelphia leading by 12. Maxey kicks to Oubre. Drummond with a screen on Strus. Pass to Drummond, stolen by Thompson. Here's Wade. Strus with it. Green with a screen on Oubre. Three-pointer, Wade. And so it's Philadelphia enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Tyrese Maxey out there with Gordon. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. To the inside, here's Wade. And it's Wade with the jam.
Just such nice vision from Garland there. Part of his role is finding new ways to involve his teammates.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. To the wing right side. Outside, Maxey drains it from beyond the arc. Maxey's got 20.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for Wade. Hunter's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Okoro in for Green. George sets a screen for Lowry. Outside, George. From downtown, they get the rebound. Back to Lowry. Drives to the hoop. Count that one. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Oh, love the smooth shot from Lowry. Keeping it out of the defense's reach with the floater.
And Mobley throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Kyle Lowry. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. From deep, George kicks it out to Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. For the three. Maxey, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's Allen. Hunter up top. A fader. Rebound by the 76ers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Drummond. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that strength of Drummond at times can be overwhelming. Awesome at staying with his shot even when the pressure is on.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A 12-point game. Allen's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Embiid. There's Embiid with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Mitchell's shot is good.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know, he's not going to mess that one up.
No, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Puts it up. Wide open shot is on the money.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
On its way from Hunter for two. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the 76ers.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tyrese Maxey.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 21. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Maxey. No good on the three. And here's Cleveland. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Quentin Grimes. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Mitchell finds Okoro. The three hits the three-point bomb.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
George against Hunter. Going inside. Embiid from outside. Good on the three-point shot. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
both of these teams tonight with a fair share of veterans on their rosters, Brent.
Yeah, a lot of guys coming into this one, BA, just ready for what the game offers up. They have young guys that are watching and getting experience from observation. But the guys on the court tonight, they're going to understand where it is that this game in a 6-minute stretch can be taken advantage of, and that could be the difference in the win.
And now the Los Angeles starters. Ben Simmons is out there with Ivica Zubac.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Leonard finds Bogdanovich. And here's Zubac. Now Leonard. Zubac with a screen on George. Here's Harden. It's down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Leonard. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Leonard outside. And the layup is good off the glass.
Working some magic inside. Leonard so polished.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, BA, that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Buries it from 3.
Well, pick your poison with James Harden. Either way, he's going to find a way to make you pay.
Drummond to screen on Leonard. George feels it out a bit. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. George has got 5 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Bogdanovich passes to Leonard. George with a steal. Lowry finds George. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the slam.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Leonard for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Great shooter off that quick release. Kawhi expecting the pass and did the rest.
And yep, it's good. He's got 7.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's George. Again, the Sixers score.
That's just a good-looking shot from Paul George. Gets it right into his shooting pocket and finishes it off with confidence.
Harden's shot is good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
76ers trail by 5. It's George on the wing. Leonard defending. Lets a floater go. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
He can intimidate. He comes from the elbows. He attacks the offensive glass. And he gives you second possessions.
Zubac passes to Simmons. Back to Zubac. Fires it from 18. The rebound by Embiid.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
George finds Drummond. There's 42 seconds left in the first. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Harden. Leonard for three. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Kawhi typically solid from three. You're not sure you want to leave him open like that.
George with it. He's picked up by Zubac. Here's Embiid. Kicks it to George. Here's the three. Good. And the assist to Embiid. George has got 12.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Got a piece of it. Gets it off. And that's not going to go. And that concludes a back and forth, high-scoring first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
We've got Kelly Oubre. Eric Gordon is out there with Maxey. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you.
Herschel Yabusele. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Eubanks gets the bucket.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
For three, Maxey. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Powell's shot is off.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And so here are the Clippers. It's a three-point game. Here's Jones. No good with a layup. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Dunn, the pass to Powell. Here's Coffey from behind the arc. The rebound by Yabusele. Maxey with it. Dunn in his pocket. Pass to Gordon. The three is up. Can't get it to drop.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
To the middle. Here's Eubanks. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Eubanks, he's gotten his second bucket.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
And he gets that one.
While Maxey is an elite shooter, Tyrese is at his best using his speed going downhill.
Coffey can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 3. Maxey passes to Oubre. Oubre against Jones. It's Powell on the wing. Here's Eubanks. Three-pointer, no good. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the second. To the left side wing. Pass to Bona. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Jones misses. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And it's Maxey missing. The the Clippers have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Powell for 3. And the Clippers miss again. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that Be Ready club off the bench. I mean, he can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
Knocks it loose. Powell with a steal. There's the triple. Pass to Coffey. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. The Sixers trailing. Knocked loose. Eubanks with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Coffey. Up top done. He's covered by Oubre. Eubanks. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. .11 seconds left in the first half. On target from range.
Well-designed inbounds play. It's an art.
To the right side. Yabusele. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Clippers on top. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot trombone, please. They're measuring up that shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George has been sensational.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. James Harden out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Grimes, the pass to Drummond. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside Harden. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Leonard against George.
Philadelphia foul. Quentin Grimes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Leonard passes to Zubac. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coach has always talked about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
The kick out to Simmons. Back to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid with a steal. They've got numbers. Simmons against George. Out to Lowry. Another shot. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Simmons has got 4 rebounds in the game. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Bogdanovich with it. Picked up by Lowry. Outside Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Simmons.
Oh, everybody up for that one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Drummond to screen on Leonard. It's George on the drive. And that one's good. George has got 14.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Grimes, the pass to George. Drummond to screen on Leonard. And he drives in. And the jam by George.
You have to track Paul George all over the floor, a 3-level scorer. He's going to come at you in multiple ways.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. 1:24 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Powell's shot is off. 76ers trail by 4. And here's Oubre from the arc. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Maxey surveys. Outside Oubre. It's stolen by Dunn. And it's the Clippers on the break. Coffee on the wing. And the jumper falls for him. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Maxey passes to Oubre. It's stolen. And it's the Clippers on the break. Here's Dunn. Off target from 3-point range. And Gordon has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They trail by 3. The kick out to Maxey. And here's Oubre from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Oubre's got 8.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
It's all tied in Philadelphia. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Eric Gordon. He's out there with Maxey, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You've got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself.
And they're not happy with the call here.
First team foul.
Test.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Powell passes to Eubanks. It's blocked. And they're pushing it up. For three, Maxey nails it from beyond the arc. And the 76ers lead by 2. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the 76ers.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. For three, Maxey. It's rebounded by Zubats. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Outside for Harden. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
Maxey with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Outside Maxey. Kicks it to George. Back to Maxey. There's the three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Three-pointer, Harden. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
George finds Maxey. Back to George. Pulls it from the corner. Bullseye!
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Here's Harden. And the layup falls. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
And one thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the ring.
Knocks down the long J. And now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Good on the first. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Such a versatile guard. James Harden is a triple-double threat every single night.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And Embiid throws it down.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Harden. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Harden. 1:03 left to play in the fourth quarter.
If given the space, Harden's not afraid to take it to the rim.
George passes to Grimes. Maxey with it. And stolen by Simmons. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Leonard. And it's in.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Maxey. Yes!
Tyrese Maxey lives for these moments. Loves coming through in the clutch.
free throw. Oubre, he's checked in for Drummond. And so he's good on both free throws. And that gives him a lead.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Lowry's checked in for Philadelphia. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
For 3, George. And he drills the triple. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied. The kick out to Simmons. Oh, offline. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then it's Kyle Lowry. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Here's Harden. Outside Bogdanovich. And the 3 off target. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. Taken away. And now the Sixers on the break. Out to Lowry. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Simmons, the pass to Bogdanovich. Connects from downtown. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Bogdanovich, a 3-point specialist, loves those corners.
George against Leonard. George passes to Embiid. From downtown, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Harden. Now Leonard. About 90 seconds off the clock at extra time now. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. George has got 24 points.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find. Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Embiid, high post. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
Nice play, George creating for others, just manufacturing some points.
Left side, Harden. Shot from 16. Joel Embiid with the board.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
Leonard passes to Zubac. Harden with it. Picked up by Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Back to Harden. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Simmons. Oh, he nails it!
Answering the call. Ben Simmons, huge in the biggest moment. And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Lets it fly. Tipped. And he stays with it. Kicks it to George. Pass to Lowry. Back to Oubre. George outside. And stolen by Leonard. Here we go. One-on-one. Jacks up a 3. It's in. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. Things looked a little uneven for them down. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
and Greg, I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Bogdanovich out there with Harden. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Now, here's Hunter. Pass to Mobley. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Harden. A nice shot by Mobley. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this is exactly where Ben Simmons looks to become assertive. The closer he is to the cup, the more dangerous he is.
Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. Those 3 pointers off the mark. Doors, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
Now Mitchell. James Harden missing on the 3. Pass to Allen. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Here's Mobley. Ben Simmons with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Takes a 3. And James Harden hits from deep.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Pulls it from the elbow. And there's Mobley, and that's good on the assist by Mitchell.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
For 3, Hunter. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Here's Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Nobody near Leonard. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 5. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And he makes that one.
How pretty was that turnaround? That is one of the slick moves in the business.
For 3, Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-5 run. Bogdanovich finds Leonard. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now, here's Mobley. Fires the 3. They get it again, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, Donovan Mitchell putting that elite athleticism to work. How about his ability to be a factor on the glass?
Harden outside. Bogdanovich up top. Outside for Simmons. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Mobley. The Cavaliers trail by 8. There's the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Mobley's got 6 points.
Man, that is a big-time tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
Oh, trying for it.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Team foul.
23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Allen, a screen on Simmons. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Clippers leading by 6. Harden the pass to Bogdanovich. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Blocking foul called on.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Second team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Donovan Mitchell taking 2 shots.
That one is no good. Pass to Okoro. Hunter for 3. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Tristan Thompson is out there with Wade. Then there's Javonte Green. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Strus in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alder.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Dunn passes to Eubanks. Dunn kicks to Jones. Wants to get it to Dunn and does. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Eubanks. With the drive, and he dunks it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Shots good by Green.
Here's a guy who is not shy about sharing the basketball. If you are open, Darius Garland will find you.
Powell finds Jones. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Eubanks. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Eubanks got 5 now.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
There's the 3. Coffee can't get it to go. And it's Wade with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 5. The wide open shot from Strus. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Dunn. Now Eubanks. Out left to the wing. Outside, Jones. Misses the 3. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Garland against Dunn. Garland with the bucket. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. How do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Wade kicks to Garland. Can't get it to fall.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 1:52 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Dunn. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Listen, there are a few guards in this league who can overpower defenders, but Dunn, that rare breed.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Up top, Garland. Dunn covering. Garland, the pass to Green. The Cavaliers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Both free throws good from Green. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Spruce against Jones. Here's Coffey. A three-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Wade kicks to Strus. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
This one for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Coffey's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Clippers.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Garland.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Down against Wade. Powell, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Garland. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Coffey's got 9 points. The Cavaliers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw good, Garland.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Jones for 3. That shot off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their 3. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Bogdanovic. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Mobley with the block.
That's a big-time send back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
And here's Leonard from 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
3 points.
Leonard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, my goodness, a little force from Donovan Mitchell off his feet in a hurry.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Back to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. And Allen slams it in.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. A shot by Harden, wide open, and the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 8 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Leonard, the pass to Bogdanovic. Over in the corner, Zubac. Outside, Simmons. Kicks it out to Harden. Bogdanovic wide open. No good from outside. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Mitchell from the arc. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, how quick from the touch to the release for Donovan Mitchell. Look out, defense.
Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Clippers lead by 13.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
They get it back. And here's Bogdanovic for 3. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Mitchell wide open. Again, Mitchell missing. Los Angeles leading by 13. Harden the pass to Leonard. Kawhi puts it down hard.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Back to Mitchell. There's a minute left to play in the third. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Now, here's Hunter. D right on him. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Over to the left wing. Coffee. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Okoro dishes to Allen. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Los Angeles with another miss. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Eubanks. Lets it go from deep. Connects from 3-point range. Eubanks got 8.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA. And you see it right there on display.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Darius Garland is out there with Green. Then it's Max Strus, Then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Wade in at the 4 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Green finds Strus. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The Cavaliers trail by 18. Pass to Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Clippers leading by 19 points. Eubanks the pass to Coffey. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Dunn. That 3 off the mark.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
From deep, Green. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Eubanks got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Powell with it. Now Green defending. Here's Dunn. And the 3 off target. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Thompson. They kick it out to Green. Puts up a 3. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 6th rebound on the night. Dunn passes to Coffey. Here's Eubanks. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
At the line for 1.
Mitchell against Leonard. And stolen by Leonard. Harden outside for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Well, the mechanics of James Harden's shooting are just so defined and on point. He gets the ball, and he's ready to shoot right away.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, to be blessed with athleticism and touch. Mobley has all the tools to be elite.
Simmons inside. Covered by Mobley. No good from Simmons. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Mobley inside. Guarded by Harden. For 3, Mitchell buries it from 3-point range.
Mitchell is lethal, and if you allow him a corner 3 opportunity, there's going to be no hesitation.
Now here's Harden, covered by Okoro. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Harden's shot is off. And here's Cleveland. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Bogdanovich against Mobley. Pass to Okoro. Now here's Allen. Leonard with the steal. And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Bogdanovich finds Harden. Launches a three. Bogdanovich, no luck. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 16. Mobley dishes to Mitchell. Sinks the three-pointer.
Wow, you have to love decision-making of the big man. Mr. Mobley, what a pass.
Harden inside the three-point line. No good again that time. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And in the win. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For
right, everyone. Greetings from Grant, looking at these two teams. My attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
A look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is out there with George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Mobley. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
I think he may need to take a break and recalibrate. That's his second foul in less than a minute.
Mobley passes to Mitchell. Second chance effort. Allen with it. Fires for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You know, for Allen, to me, guys, it's about getting into a rhythm. And once he does, he's got no problem catching and shooting.
Outside Maxey. Pass to George. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. George, a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Mitchell. Inside. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And, you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Okoro outside. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Mitchell. Launches it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Stolen by Mitchell. Allen with it. Picked up by Embiid. And here's Hunter from the arc. And another shot. Mobley outside. Pass to Allen. Back to Mobley. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. A nice shot by Mitchell.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Maxey finds George. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Mobley deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Embiid with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Nails the 16-footer.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
76ers trail by 6. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Mobley. No made baskets yet. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Here's Mitchell. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Boy, Allen always a threat, especially when you give him room to run. He's capable of banging it home.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. And here's Hunter for three. The rebound by Embiid.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hunter. Okoro on the wing. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Okoro's got 6.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
From deep, Mitchell. Doesn't go for him. It could go. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. We've got Sam Merrill, also Ty Jerome out there, and it's Porter in at the 3, small forward. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter. He's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Jerome, that's good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Oubre. He takes it in. And here's Butler outside. Offensive rebound. Oubre finds Gordon. Back to Oubre. Outside for Butler. Just 5 to shoot. There's the screen. The 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. They've led by as many as 14. Puts up a deep 3. Council with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Jerome passes to Merrill. All alone. That one's wide left. 76ers trail by 8. And here's Butler outside. And the 76ers another 3. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the official.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Tyson, still without a bucket.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Butler, good. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Tyson. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Jerome. Hits a 3-pointer. Jerome's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning a title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love guys that we have, we are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Butler. He's got 9. Here's Oubre. Outside for Butler. Here's the 3. Fires in the triple. Butler's got 12 points in the game.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And there's the drive. It's hauled in by Oubre.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
From deep three-point land. Rebound by the 76ers. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of this one. And here's Butler outside. And it's Tyson with a rebound. Tyson's got 4 rebounds now. For 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Butler. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Here's Jerome. Rebound by Philadelphia. Oubre's got 5 rebounds in the game. And here's Gordon from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
From outside the arc. And Porter hits from deep. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Cavaliers on top, they lead by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 5. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Paul George out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now here's Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. And finished off by Hunter.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Mitchell. Okoro outside. And here's Hunter from the arc. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. For 3, George. Mobley grabs the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Count it. Allen's got 13 now.
And guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with it. He won't let up.
Embiid passes to George. Back to Embiid. Puts up a 3. Oh, a long triple by Embiid.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Mobley with it, guarded now by Maxey. Pass to Allen. Hey, expanding his range. Here's Mobley, second shot opportunity. Rebound by Philadelphia.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Grimes. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Now here's Allen. 13 points in the game. Mitchell finds Hunter. From deep, Mobley. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now. And there's the screen. Takes the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Hunter. He on the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Hunter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Grimes. Guarded by Okoro. Yabusele. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Mobley outside. Outside Hunter. Fires the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Well, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Allen. He's got 15 from deep. Mobley. They double-team Allen. Back to Mobley. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
Well, Allen is usually the last stop the ball makes, but he selflessly gives it up to a wide-open guy.
Pass to Embiid. From deep. Here's Grimes. No good on the 3. Here's Mobley. That one goes in. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead. Here's Maxey. It's George on the wing. From the arc. Counted from distance. George has got 9.
Man, you've got to like the way George puts the right touch and arc on his shots from deep. He's an outstanding shooter from range.
And the Cavaliers going with a whole new group out there. Here's Jerome. Butler covering.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. "27 seconds left in the third quarter. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Tries again. Outside for Porter. Fires for 3. Tipped away. Butler with the ball. He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the game's still closely contested. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Sam Merrill out there with Ty Jerome. And it's Tyson in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Here's Merrill. No good on the quick 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's McCain. And it's all tied up. McCain's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Fader on the way. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Oubre's got his first 2 points.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Here's McCain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game as a result of good defense has been very strong.
Here's Butler. After the basket by Cleveland. Pass to Gordon from behind the arc. And he can't get that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Tyson with the bucket.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Here's Council. They set the screen to the wing, right side. The three ball. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Tyson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The jump hook. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
The Sixers leading. Here's McCain. Sends it home from three-point land. McCain's got 12 points here in the second half.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line.
Tough miss at this juncture. They're down 2 baskets right now.
Jerome on the wing. Merrill outside. The three is up. Connects from downtown. Merrill's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Oubre finds Gordon. Here's Council. Right wing. 5 to shoot. They set a pick. Here's McCain. They get the rebound. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. They get it back. Jacks up a 3. That shot off the mark. The Cavs trailing. Pass to Jerome. Inside to take the lead. To the middle. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
So it's Philadelphia now. The Cavs getting their last shot to go. Outside Butler. Pass to Council from downtown. He can't hit that time. And here comes Cleveland. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation. Needed those and got it. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Pass to Gordon. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gordon on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Oh, the trifecta!
We're seeing the red-hot version of Gordon right now.
And there's a pick. Here's Tyson. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
And, you You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there. Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I think this comes down to whether they want to go for 3 to win it or send it to overtime with a 2. I think either way, it's going to happen off the inbounds pass, and they need to get a good shot, 2 or 3.
Let's get loud.
Here's Merrill. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.